Hello, welcome to the new episode of Tipsy Gentlemen. I'm back from the dead. Yeah, I'm... Don't ask, please, just don't ask. Alright, so we have special guest stars. We have recurring guest, Shannon Gold. Person that's been watching these videos for a while now, Adam Sullivan. And, who are you? You need to see this. Hang on. Let me get the camera. Bam! You see that? Okay, yeah, this is the critical kid, my boss. But no, for real, please, stop. Let's not do that.
Hey, I paid $13 for this mask, and I am gonna get every cent out of this, okay?
Well, look, as much as The Phantom Menace was a great movie, I don't think... Well, okay, maybe that was worth it. Yes, I said, Phantom Menace is a good movie, I don't care. But okay, we're not here to talk about Phantom Menace. We're here to talk about the new Star Wars movie. Now, a lot of people might be surprised by this. I'm a Star Wars fan, and Adam just died on us. He'll probably be right back. But I like the Star Wars movies. I really do. They're really good. In fact, they're really rich with symbolism of Christianity. But we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the new movie, right, guys?
Yep. Right.
Yep. Okay. So this is The Force Awakens, or as MC Swigga calls it, the forced sequel, but he's wrong and he's stupid. Okay, so we're going to start from the beginning all the way to the end, and this is going to be full of spoilers, so if you don't want to watch it, click off now. If you expect a video full of non-spoilers, too bad, go watch someone else's video. Okay.
Because we don't support slavery.
And Adam is, exactly, and Adam is back. Okay, so we're going to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Alright, so we're gonna talk... Yep.
Adam, you're breaking my heart!
No. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. If Adam were to die, do you think he'll go to heaven or hell?
Well, he's from South Carolina, which is a heavily religious place, so I'd say heaven. Anyway, so... The movie. We're going to start from beginning scene all the way through the movie. We're going to discuss what we liked, what we didn't like. Alright, so basically, as a lot of people have said before us, this movie is a remake of A New Hope. That's pretty much the best way to put it. The new cast we have is Rey, who is a female, and there's rumors going around that she's either Luke's daughter or Leia's daughter. That's a whole theory. You can debate on that, whatever you will. I think Luke's daughter.
Stars on her either way.
Who?
Lone Star from Spaceballs. You seen that movie?
No.
You are missing a good friend. I know that kind of sounds like a porno version of like Star Wars, but trust me.
I just realized that Spaceballs. That's right. At least it's better than Star Wars. But okay. So yeah, daughter of either of those characters. We have a new character, which kind of establishes a new thing in the series, is the Stormtroopers, and that one of our characters is named Finn, and we get his backstory in that he was actually, well, he is a Stormtrooper at the beginning, and they pretty much established that a Stormtrooper is taken at a super young age, and they're pretty much brainwashed into being part of the Sith. Okay. Who else was in there? Oh, Poe, but Poe dies and then comes back, so that's not that important.
Poe the Teletubby?
I was gonna... What is you beat me to that joke. I would have said he was a kung fu fighting panda, but he's not.
Or Edgar Allan Poe?
Yes. So, what else happened? Oh yeah, we also get BB-8, who is this movie's equivalent of R2-D2, and he's pretty much a soccer ball with a little R2-D2 head, and he rolls around. Yep. And so, the plot gets going when Finn decides to break Poe out because the evil Sith pretty much kidnap him. They kidnap Poe, they interrogate him, Finn breaks him out because he wants to do a good thing. out of circumstance, he eventually joins this rebellion against the Sith, and of course meets Rey while she's working at. I'm just gonna call the planet. I forget. Did the planet have a name where Rey was?
It did, but you could call it Second Tatooine.
Exactly. I was gonna call it Second Tatooine. So second. There's even a part where she's looking.
It's like Tatooine.
Yeah.
It is
Stand like
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Exactly.
There's even a part. There's even a part where she's looking up at the suns, and I was waiting for her to be like, "Someday I'll get off this rock and fight the Empire." Yep. So while all this is going on, we also get Kylo Ren and Stimpy. He's the villain of the movie. He's pretty much Darth Vader's biggest fan, and also kind of emo. Not there's anything wrong with that, mind you, but he has a lot of temper tantrums throughout the movie. He'll take his lightsaber out, which looks like a cross. So he's a Christian emo. I support that. So he takes his lightsaber out and he pretty much does the equivalent of this. No! 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 No!
Then again, you gotta take in consideration that the cross may be upside down because the larger part is like.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
true.
so he is evil.
Very true.
So he is evil. Okay, so no, I don't support him.
That's another thing that is symbolism.
Yeah, symbolism. It all connects. It all connects. Oh, and he also who was that one? He also has a friend who's a ginger, which nothing against gingers, mind you, nothing against them. But did anyone else catch that?
Also have souls, so that's
Aw.
another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, after they take them all though.
And they worship.
They don't go there.
Yeah, and they worship Emperor Snork, as I called him, evil hologram. He's pretty much Emperor Part 2. Look kind of like an alien doll.
Pretty
I was
much.
gonna say the new alien emperor.
Yeah, pretty much that guy.
Is it me?
Or maybe.
I was gonna say,
Or
is it
maybe-
me or do you get the vibe? Sorry, do you get the vibe that that's actually the guy, the alien race from the last Indiana Jones movie?
I
I
could,
think canonically it is. It just doesn't look quite like him.
I could.
He kind of looks like that I forgot the dude's name, Peter Cushing's character, in a way.
I don't know what you're referencing, but that's
Very
funny.
good character.
I'm gonna laugh at that. I think that's funny.
I mean,
I was
there's
gonna say-
Fazberries out there, and Peter Cushing had a baby, and it was Snork.
There you go. You can have that. Where was I? Oh yeah. So Finn hooks up with Rey, not in the relationship sense, unless you're like that, like Media Wiz is. He's been talking about that forever. Yeah. So Finn lies about being part of the rebellion, even though he's not. He gives BB-8. Well, no. Rey finds BB-8 first. But the planet is under attack because obviously Finn pretty much double-crossed them. So they decide to take an old ship, and then we pan out. What is the ship? It's the Millennium Falcon. And so they fly off, and they. Wiz wanted me to make this joke. Hang on, I wrote it down. Okay, he says when the Millennium Falcon is flying through hyperspeed, he said it reminded him of Doctor Who. Don't know what that is, so I'm not going to make the joke.
What?
Hang on.
What the world? The alien ship! The alien ship!
Hit the deck!
Hit the deck! Hit the deck!
It's a trap!
False alarm!
It's a trap.
He makes a cameo.
Yeah, I saw him. Admiral Snack Bar. Huh.
They were under attack of my ship.
Who else was there? Oh yeah.
I'm basically riding a ship right now and Skyping at the same time.
Okay. Who else was there? Oh yeah, so they end up, I forget where they land, they end up getting boarded onto a ship. And then they're found by 80-year-old Han Solo, and I'm assuming 180-year-old Chewbacca, who is surprisingly well groomed.
Older than that, but yeah.
You know how like animals are like mostly like die at a young age? How
Oh.
is Chewbacca still living? Is there some sort of like Wookiee years years, or is it like human years?
Shouldn't he be a Wookiee skin rug now?
Yeah.
Especially after
Yeah, and how has Chewbacca not aged?
Yeah, exactly.
We never see any like old like hairs. Like even in the holiday special, we see like a grandpa version.
There was a holiday special?
And so yeah, there's it's basically a holiday special.
We don't talk about
Wait. Wait, it's called Holiday Special? They couldn't call it the Star Wars Christmas Special? Really? It had to be Holiday Special. What a cop-out is that?
About the Wookiee Life Day.
Life Day. Life Day.
They don't elaborate what it is.
Okay, alright. Okay.
But I do know in George Lucas's official canon that's kept secret on the ranch that the Wookiees tend to live for like millennia.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that explains that.
I thought that the whole like skipping Christmas in the holiday special was bad enough. George Lucas said that he was going to release a DVD and Blu-ray with nothing but a red label on it. That was a Starbucks joke.
Okay. Alright. Okay, I just got that. What else happens in the... Oh, yeah. So Han and Chewie are officially part of the team. BB-8 has, in his memory file, he has a part of a map. So they make a quick pit stop at another galaxy, which there's a bar, which is pretty much reminiscent of the Cantina and New Hope. Again, this movie is very much a remake. Exactly.
I was we're going to circle back to this, but God, that song in the new Cantina.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
so
not even
good.
memorable. I don't even remember what it was.
I thought it was good.
Weird. There's this weird, like jazz blues fusion. It
Yeah.
was very, very strange.
I liked it. But
The
anyway.
old Cantina music should have been in there.
Yeah, probably
Something like a little closer to that form of jazz.
probably should have.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, also, Chewie has a girlfriend. Well, she says girlfriend. She said...
Yeah,
well,
which is a teenage mutant grandma right there.
Or maybe Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah?
Critical Kid's off doing his own thing. Let's see, what is it?
Sorry.
What else happened? Oh yeah, so basically Finn, well, half review. Well, he tells Rey, but the lady's like, I can tell in your eyes. Looking at your eyes, I know you're part of some evil force. And he has the serious Denzel Washington moment where he goes, you know nothing about me. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. And then that's gonna get that man an Oscar.
And Han is like, women find out everything.
Which he's right. He's not wrong. Whenever I hide something from Julia Schwartz, she always finds out.
I love the movie too. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you live, but I will find you.
And I will kill you.
So Finn tells Rey. Finn tries to get off the planet. He says, "Come with me, Rey," but Rey's like, "No, I must find my destiny." Which she pretty much finds this old lightsaber, which is, again, we don't know whose it is. We're assuming it's Luke. No, they do say it's Luke's. So she picks up
No,
the
it's Anakin's.
Oh, really? I forgot that.
I think it was either Anakin's or Luke's, but
It was one of theirs.
One of them. It was
one
someone.
of theirs.
Someone in the
It was
bloodline.
originally Anakin's, but then it passed
Yeah,
down
it was
to Luke, then passed
to
down.
So now, again.
Somehow changed the color of it, but we won't go there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the
He
first.
built his own in Empire.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait, did he? I thought it was always like
Yeah,
weird
he did.
shade of green.
Oh, and his and so when Rey takes the lightsaber, she has like this this kind of Star Trek Vulcan mind meld where she starts seeing things from the past and what's going to happen in the future, which we'll bring up later, by the way, when we get to the scene. And the old Teenage Mutant Grandma says, "Oh, you must take this. This is your destiny." She's like, "I don't want that," and she runs off flailing into the woods. And Into the Woods, that movie. Swigga reviewed it awfully. Wiz and me agree on that review was awful. So
Hey, as long as nobody takes their shirt off in front of a waterfall, we're good.
preach it, brother, preach it.
Did someone say destiny?
We're getting funky fresh right now. Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, the Sith find them. They come down to the planet, start blowing things up. Rey gets kidnapped by Kylo Ren or stormtroopers. I forget which.
Kylo.
Kylo kidnaps her. And then, so it's up to Finn, Chewie, and Han to start shooting these stormtroopers, which Han gets a really cool line with the crossbow that Chewie has that shoots lasers. He's like, can I have that? Shoots. I love this thing. It's so funny. And then we get the best character in the movie, bar none, the character that has the most amount of character and heart, Stormtrooper TR-8er. This character has so much to offer. He comes in with one line and he says to Finn, traitor. Now some people say this is just one of those stupid memes you find on the internet, but this character has lots of depth, as you'll know, because you see what the movie doesn't show you is that Finn and TR-8er are actually like really close brothers, and so when Finn backstabs them, he actually feels like his brother kind of betrayed him. His brother, his homie, kind of betrayed him. So that's why he called him traitor. He's like, you're a traitor. Am I right? Did that character mean anything to you guys?
Wasn't TR the only stormtrooper that actually hit something?
Close. He was close to shooting Finn, which of course they don't kill Finn off because that's just racist.
Wait a minute, no, because the whole introductory scene was him killing and hitting people. So
Oh yeah.
the mass genocide scene.
Yeah, that's the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, finally, stormtroopers hit something.
Yeah.
They're clones, though. I mean,
Well, they did
It
get
must-
a uniform upgrade, so maybe it helped them with their sight.
Yeah. Right. I mean, after all,
and I think that the cloning would be sort of similar to inbreds, having cross eyes and them can't even shooting right because
Okay.
they can't even see properly with the messed up eyes.
Okay, now you're just
Another fear.
now you're looking too deep into this.
So the stormtroopers are kind of like the Borg.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither, to be honest, but sad.
Yeah.
But true.
So and then it's really sad when TR-8er gets shot. You're like, oh wow, they just killed a great character off. What's next? What can they possibly do to move you by killing the best character TR-8er off? Well, we'll get to that scene when we get to it. Again, spoilers, but guess what? Too bad. This is the movie's been out for a month. We have the right to spoil. So, what happened? Oh yeah, they take out the stormtroopers. They hitch a ride. Then they go to, was it Hoth? Was the planet Hoth or was it not?
I do not know the name of it, but let's be honest. Let's just call it Hoth.
Yeah, it's Hoth. It's Hoth in the spring. It's Hoth in the spring. There's like no snow. It's all trees, and that's where yeah, exactly. It's a rebel camp. Oh, and by the way, Poe is actually alive. Yeah, Poe comes back. Woohoo! Oh, and there was a kind of nice brotherly bond moment where because earlier in the movie when Finn thought he was dead, he took his jacket in the desert, and Poe's like, "Did you take my jacket?" Yeah. Oh, looks good on you. Keep it. It's a little brother homie moment, you know. Ew, that's weird. So,
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
Never.
why are we talking about ships? Are we talking about Battleship now?
No, it's a reference from one of the Steven specials.
Okay. Then we see, oh yeah, we're reintroduced to several great characters from the originals. We get Princess Leia, who, how old is the actress now? 70 something?
90.
She's up there.
Wow.
I don't think she's
No,
like 90.
I wouldn't say 90, but
Huh.
I would say she's pretty old.
Yep. We also
Up there.
yeah, we also get C-3PO, who has a new arm for some reason. They never really clarify, but it looks cool. It's red.
There's nothing confirmed yet, but I was watching a YouTube special. I think actually it was Matt Pap's new movies channel, and he actually says it would be something of J.J. Abrams to put something so secret and mysterious in plain sight to be a spoiler towards either the 8th or the 9th movie. There may actually be something really important there we just don't know about.
Huh.
Or
Okay.
it could just be a new coat of primer. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Oh, and R2-D2 is also out of commission. They say that they don't... The reason he's out of commission is because Luke is nowhere to be found. Which, that's another thing. Throughout this movie, they keep telling us that Luke Skywalker is off the map. He's off the grid. And this is going to come into play at the end. So, everyone, the bad guys, Kylo Ren, the Sith, whatever, they have a new ship. It's pretty much Death Star Mach 4? Like, this is like the 4th Death Star. It has its own name. It's like it's like
ultra mega awesome Death Star.
Exactly. And there's a great line with Han where Han's like, it's pretty much the same thing. How do we blow it up? That was funny. So, pretty much similar plan. They decide they're going to go on the Death Star, and all they have to do is just shoot at it enough times. It has a weak point. You shoot that, the whole thing goes boom. So it's up to Han, Chewie, and Finn to go in and save Rey, who is kidnapped. Meanwhile, Rey uses the mind trick on one stormtrooper, and she's actually able to get out. So she's now mastering the ways of the Force, like her supposed.
And a little trivia: the stormtrooper was actually played by Daniel Craig, who is known for the James Bond films.
Really? So.
I didn't know that.
Yep,
Wow.
that was actually him.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Well,
So.
the thing that I do not get, though, is
Yeah.
that how is Rey able to master the Force, like, in seconds? Like, if
Oh,
you
I didn't think of that.
about it, it's sort of like, I just figured out I have the Force. All this years and years of training
Huh.
with, like, Kylo Ren, with Luke Skywalker, and I'm able to like, mind control the stormtroopers and defeat Kylo Ren in the first take.
Huh. And well, we'll get to that too. So Rey pretty much saves herself. She stumbles across the guys who are able to take out the stormtrooper leader, who is what was her name?
Captain Phasma.
Phasma, yeah. Which the stormtroopers are led by a woman. That's kind of cool if you roll that way. And it's also there's a nice reference to A New Hope, because again, this movie is pretty much 2015 New Hope. They have a reference to
Remake.
pretty much, yeah. They pretty much say, "Oh, how are we gonna get rid of her? Is there a trash chute with a trash compactor?" Yeah. You see what they did? That's on the. You see what they did? So.
I got that reference.
I understood that reference.
So, they then come across Kylo Ren. Their plan is to set up some bombs to blow up the inside of the thing. And then Kylo Ren comes out, and then we get, they revealed it slightly earlier in dialogue, but it finally hit me on that one scene. It turns out that Han Solo is actually the father of Kylo Ren. Didn't see that? I know. It's shocking.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Wish I had my cello right now. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. And so Han pretty much brings up a really good point when he first sees him. He says, "Why do you wear a mask? You don't need it." And because he takes his helmet off several times, and he's not injured. He looks like he's a member of One Direction.
Well, he is also the grandson of Darth Vader.
That's-
and he's
yeah.
trying to mimic all of Darth Vader. Well, he can't.
Again.
Because I think at one point in one scene, when Rey is with Kylo Ren, and they're trying to do like the Force mind trick on each other, Rey yells out that Kylo Ren's biggest fear is not being as good as Darth Vader.
Which is a good
And
diss.
I thought, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So.
I want to be like my grandfather so bad.
Yeah.
You're so mean.
Like I said earlier, he's pretty much Darth Vader's biggest fan. It's kind of creepy. He even has the mask in his room. It's weird.
I look like a Nazi.
Oh, that's funny. I get that reference. So Han.
But literally. Like,
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah, he's a space Nazi. Just like there's a lot. Yeah, the Sith are pretty much space Nazis. Think about it.
Even the First Order.
Yeah.
Like, think about it.
Yeah. So.
And there's like that whole entire scene with that general guy talking to all the stormtroopers.
Yeah, the ginger.
The First
Him.
Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first order symbol behind them. It's sort of like Hitler giving a speech to all the Nazis.
Exactly.
Oh, and that's what I was referencing earlier.
Yeah.
About this being all similar, but I didn't want to bring it up.
So Han tries to, talk him into, come on, come back with because Leia's like, make our son come back. But then we get, if it wasn't bad enough, they kill the best character, TR-8er. They then, spoiler, flash it on the screen. They then kill Han Solo. They do it. They did it.
I cried.
They jumped the space shark with fire. Wow.
They jumped the ultimate space shark with fire.
Yes. And they even show Han...
Harrison Ford. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you continue.
Okay. So, yeah, and they even show Han falling to his death. And when I saw it in theaters, I busted tears. And there was a guy behind me the entire time going... the entire last few minutes.
Well, at least the good news is that this is a better way to go out than the plane crash. So, yeah.
That's true. And Harrison Ford, I think, actually admitted that he only did Star Wars for the money, and he wanted to die. I think in Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. It was one of.
But he
those.
came back for money. Disney has lots of that.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I am the biggest empire you'll ever meet.
Mickey is the real Empire.
That is true.
As well as a Satanist, but that's a rant for another day. Disney is actually Satanist. So, oh yeah, they plant the bombs, they set them off, they get out of there. But Kylo Ren's having none of that. So again, he pretty much chased. Which, by the way, this new Death Star Mach 4, what was it called? Star Destroyer or something like that.
Mega awesome Death Star 2.
There you go. Apparently, it has a snowbank on it. Like, it has land. Like, there's snow. They run to a forest of snow, and Kylo Ren chases them out, chases Finn and Rey. They have a fight. First, Rey gets knocked out, and so Finn decides to fight. He gets knocked out. He's not killed, so don't worry. It's not some kind of race crime or anything like that. He's just temporarily paralyzed. Then Rey gets up, and she does the Force, and the lightsaber goes to her. They have an awesome lightsaber duel. They have that moment where Kylo Ren's joined the dark side, but she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then, oh yeah, this is finally when the Death Star Mach 4 is finally starting to get destroyed. So, land is cracking. I think, doesn't Ren get knocked out?
Yeah,
No.
because...
No, I think no. The land cracks in between Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yeah.
And then we see Chewbacca coming in and rescuing Rey, and then they
Get Finn.
go off.
Yeah. And then, and as the ship starts going down, Ginger, I forget his name, I'm just going to call him Ginger Man. So Ginger Man goes to Emperor Snork, and Snork is like, hey, make sure you get him, we need him for the sequels. They're flying off, the place goes boom, success all around, but then, as soon as they get back, they have the tragic news, Han Solo died, it's really sad. But then, we have some good news. R2-D2 is now back up, and he has the full map. Yeah, so now we get R2 in the mix. So, they get the map.
For a few minutes.
It was still good.
It's the best few minutes of the movie.
Yes.
I'm waiting for R2-D2 to come back.
Just like Luke Skywalker's first appearance.
Oh, no, hey, don't spoil, guys. In this spoiler-free...
This was a spoiler video. You already said
Exactly,
Han
but...
Solo died.
Okay, alright.
Don't jump the shark. We haven't gotten to Luke yet.
Or the space shark on fire.
Yes.
Space sharks with wings and bloody teeth of doom.
You know what, that's... Adam, you
I
get...
can draw that picture.
R2's back. He has the full map. They take BB-8's little slice of the map. They put it in. They now know where Luke is. So they hop into the Millennium Falcon. They fly off to another galaxy, to the planet that has it. Which this place looked a lot like Scotland, didn't it? Like it had Stonehenge. It looked like something out of
I was going to say New Zealand, but
there too.
to the planet of New Zealand.
I mean, is this like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what it looked like. That.
The future wars. Future.
What they don't tell you is that That would be an interesting fan theory that Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are the same universe.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Theorists, get on that. And then the movie ends with Rey runs up to this mountain, and we see a man in a robe, and he turns around, and it's Luke. It's old Luke, and he has a Terminator hand. So apparently Terminator is also in this universe. So maybe Luke is actually half Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who knows?
Well, Luke did lose his hand in Empire
Oh,
Strikes Back.
that's right. That's right. I didn't think of that. And the movie ends with them looking at each other like this for like a minute and a half. Slowly pans out like on an upward shot, and then dun 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 dun, dun directed by J.J. Abrams, and then movie's over.
Is it me or did it?
I have to say though, Luke had the best line in the entire movie.
What? Nothing?
Really compelling.
What was it?
It's here.
Stare intensely into our soul.
That was a good line.
Better, yeah, it's better than Traitor, I can say that.
Yep. Fact.
That is true.
Preach it.
Stare intensely into your soul.
So overall, my thoughts on Star Wars. This is a great way to come back into the series, even though I'm not like all the haters out there. I like the prequels, Phantom Menace being the best one of them. I don't care. What did you guys think of The Force Awakens?
I actually
loved it.
enjoyed it for what it was. You know, because the prequels, you know, they had a formula that really didn't work. So with Force Awakens, they went off of a formula that did work with the original. So we shall see. But it was a great start, and hopefully it'll get better as 8 and 9 come out.
Yep. Critical Kid?
Yeah, I do think that this movie is good. Not perfect, but it is good. I do have some of my problems with the movie, though,
Of course.
which I'm not going to try to list them all, but I'm just going to just wrap this up. I do think that it will get better with age.
Yeah.
I heard the guy who played Finn said that this movie was going to be a little bit more darker, and darker as in like the that's messed up dark, not darker as in the racially dark. So
Which-
don't profile me.
He is right. He is right. It is darker because there's bloodshed in the beginning. There's blood. So that's
The mass murder, the fact that the key character got murdered in cold blood, and then
Yeah.
the fact that they had to blow up something that's equivalent to if you compare the original Death Star or the one from episode 6 compared to the one that was in this one, is like comparing the Earth to about 20 suns.
yeah. Yeah, they really like how messed up is that? How messed up is that? They killed a major character. They killed TR-8er. Oh, and Han Solo.
You
But
know,
how
and
messed up?
there was one scene where like all the planets were blowing up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's because the Death Star mocked full power was like a weapon, and they
Yeah.
wiped out everyone.
And it wasn't like in episode 4 where it showed the planet explode. They actually zoomed in on the people on the planet and watched them burn to a crisp. And if you listen to the Foley, you actually hear like chips in the background where they're actually showing the skin
Yeah.
burnt off.
Yeah, you see people get vaporized. So yeah, that guy was right. This movie is darker. And not dark like Darth Vader dark. It's very dark. Apparently, wow, we were able to get Jar Jar, and we were able to get Darth Vader.
Breathe in the stink. This hand is very hard to talk through.
Oh wow. So Adam, final thoughts?
Well, like y'all were saying, as far as what we got, this was a whole lot better than what I was expecting, because I don't know if it's really a surprise or anything or not, but I'm actually really good friends with a lot of members of the 501st community. Or for those who don't know, the 501st or the 501st Garrison is basically a huge Star Wars community where it's like a fan club, but they're a lot more engaged with not only people outside the fandom, but especially with charities. I think it actually got started because of the founder's daughter was having something with cancer, and they created a replica R2D2 for, I think it's called R2KT. You have to double check my facts on that one.
Yeah.
But I talked to a lot of them back whenever this movie was first starting, and they were just like completely freaking out. Like, we don't know what we're getting into, but we don't like what we're seeing so far. It seems like you're going too much J.J. Abrams, too much Flash, let's put too much too much lens flares everywhere.
They're
throwing It's everywhere.
There were vampires in this movie?
There might as well be. But space vampires, the new menace. Anyway,
Yeah.
I talked to him. I don't know. This must have been right after the big Star Wars convention, whenever they were showing like a pre-screening of the movie. And I was fortunate enough to know that the commanders for the 501st Garrison here in town actually went to that premiere. They flew all the way out to Austin from Rock Hill.
Wow.
And they went to see it, and they said they feel a lot better about what they saw, but they're still not quite convinced. I haven't heard from them since the movie's been released, but I'm planning on running into them here in a few weeks.
Aww.
But I'm going off what I've gotten to know from them so far, and it seems like the general consensus is that the fandom of Star Wars in general, overall really, really like it, except for the really, really hardcore fans. Because this movie does a lot from the original formula, because I'll give you an example. I was playing for a mega church here at Christmas Eve, and I got to know a couple of the guitarists that was at this church, and they were diehard Star Wars fans. And the way they viewed the canon was the prequels, or not the prequels, the main trilogy, 4 through 6, are perfect. 1 through 3 don't exist.
Oh, that's just harsh. See, this is what I'm talking about. Those prequels were not that bad. Despite what people, like what MediaWiz would say, those prequels were great. They were just as good.
I have my own opinion about 1, but 2 and 3 I feel like should be considered canon. Anyways, they considered 7 to be like the middle ground, because they feel like that it's fine as far as keeping with 4 through 6, but they were pushing too much from what the prequels were trying to get across. And they felt like it was kind of lesser for it, but they also accepted the fact that it actually was based a bit off of the B canon, which is what the comics and the fan books write off of.
Okay.
So I'm kind of with them. I feel like as a movie, as far as the movie itself goes, from what we got, I enjoyed it, even though it had a few things that it messed with the canon about. But the 3 big points that I want to take away from this movie is J.J. Abrams did an amazing job expanding what he did expand. Like, for example, the scene with Han and Chewie with all of the pirates, and then all of a sudden you had those crazy monsters come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's right, that scene.
Yep, that's something that Lucas would have never really considered ever doing, because we had the one Rancor scene. Like, if you think about it, episode 4, he mentions there's this beast called the Rancor, and you don't want to go into the Rancor pit, but never actually says what this thing looks like.
Yeah.
And then we get into, was it episode 5 or episode 6, where we actually get to see one, but it's kind of
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
If you played the Star Wars Force Awakens games, that thing is a monstrosity. That thing, think about it as a Titan with 3 horns and just loves wrecking for anything that has meat. That thing is absolutely horrific.
It looked like it was kind of like a carnivorous octopus.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like what J.J. Abrams was doing.
Was a game based on Force Awakens?
I'm surprised there is.
No, it's basically the thing that ties 3 and 4 together.
Is it
It's like you have something Star Killer, and he's
Battlefront?
You mean the Force Unleashed?
Force Unleashed, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. No, I thought you meant that Awakens, but Force Unleashed.
All right.
My second point was, this is probably the only negative I have about the movie, is I really didn't like his John Williams score. I'm sorry. The musician did not like it. I didn't.
I didn't. I guess.
And I forgot what my third point was, but I feel like I'm on a soapbox, so go ahead.
Well, yeah, because you went on longer than they did. So, but I'm glad we were able to get everybody. Overall, there were some problems that some of us had. We all had our individual problems. Again, Adam didn't like music. Critical Kid thought, what was your complaint? I immediately forgot.
my biggest complaint about it was that it borrowed way too
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
There were some
That's true.
unnecessary CGI when really they
that
should
didn't
have
bug me
like
as
some
much.
practical. Like Snork wasn't. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Snork would be like a practical effect.
Well,
like,
yeah, you could get like again like what he looked like was like one of those like rubber aliens like that you get at the Halloween store where they have like really big black eyes, which still don't like Halloween by the way. Might as well point that out. But like you go to the Halloween store, they have like those like really black eyes and they have like the really angry expression. He looked like that if you put a black bathrobe on him.
Well, that and you could use makeup or so like.
Yeah, that's true.
Like prosthetics, and
Yeah.
that could have been like Snork. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't necessarily need CGI.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
pretty
good
much
point.
100% of it.
That's true.
Yeah, if you've seen anything that Adam Savage has done as far as his movie editing career goes, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. So.
I could see why they would like CGI the Teenage Mutant Ninja Grandma, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, the squids though, like straight up George Lucas.
Those were CG'd, yeah.
And that's the biggest problem with George Lucas is his ego, because like he feels like, especially with episodes 4 through 6, that he needs to add more CGI. But it's like it's not needed. It's already perfect the way it is. You don't need to switch the old actor for Anakin for Hayden Christensen, even though story-wise it makes sense. It's not really necessary. And you didn't need the extra scene with Jabba the Hutt talking with Han Solo, because in one scene you have this
like
big
that scene.
animatronic, and then in the next scene you have like this mini CGI character, and it's like it doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm glad we all came to a consensus that we overall thoughts, we liked the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
I liked it.
Yeah, so like the movie, we all have our own little problems, but no movie's perfect, except for Medea Goes to Jail. That movie is amazing. I like that movie.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman is good too. I think it was
Of course.
his first.
Almost anything by Tyler Perry is amazing. I don't care what Media Wiz says. Those movies are great.
I do have to say that there are like some Medea films I don't like, but that's for another video.
Oh, all right. Okay. But okay, we're going. This is the longest podcast this is the longest Tipsy Gentleman ever, and it's because we're talking about an awesome movie that admittedly has problems. So, yeah, we like Force Awakens, has problems, but again, good movie all the same. I am Chris T. Ian, along with my amazing guests, Critical Kid, Shannon Gold,
Hello.
and Adam Sullivan.
Future!
Yeah, let's end with some of that hippity hop. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. Tune in next time for Tipsy Gentleman in February. We'll see you then. Bye.